Hi there, Neil Clark here from Falkirk Piping, www.falkirkpiping.com. Welcome to the channel. Videos contained here are designed as aid memoirs for my pupils, although they're free for anyone to use. If you're benefiting from the videos, please subscribe to the channel. This is completely free to do. May I also ask that you consider supporting my chosen charity, Parkinson's UK, by donating to my Just Giving page. The link to that page may be found in the comments box below this video. Today is Thursday, the 26th of August 2021, and this is day number 26 of the Piping Challenge. We're in the grounds of Larbert Old Church, which is pretty much half a mile from the house, and what we're going to have a look at today is the tomb and the memorial of Sir James Bruce of Kinnairds. Kinnaird being just north of Larbert. Who's he? Right. Born in 1730, died in 1794. To the landed gentry, he went to school down in Harrow and then Edinburgh University. He was going to become a lawyer, I believe, but then he married a lady who was from a family of wine merchants, so the scene was set for him. He travelled to Spain, ostensibly to trade in wine, but then of course Britain declared war on Spain and he sold an idea to invade a Spanish city to the British government. They knocked it back, they didn't use it, but they then made him the consul to Algeria, I think it was, somewhere in North Africa. Wild in these days. He took up the consulship and he was shipwrecked. He ended up in Libya. After that he travelled all over North Africa, eventually discovering the source of the Blue Nile. Discovering it had actually been discovered 200 years previously by a Spanish priest called Pedro. And probably there were a few guys in Africa that actually knew where it was all the time as well. But nevertheless, he discovered it and he drank a toast to George III, because George III was on the throne at the time. He carried on from there. He was described as an adventurer and a traveller. He had loads and loads of adventures. Tried to join a caravan crossing the desert and found the caravan all slaughtered. Anyway, too much to talk about. He came back to London and he encountered James Boswell, who's the guy that messed about with Dr. Johnson. Boswell documented his travels, but lo and behold, he was a Scotsman in London just after the 45. Wasn't he too popular? And they all mocked it. They all said, that didn't happen, you never did that. So he retired back to Scotland, to Larbert, where he owned several collieries. And his adventures actually partly inspired the Baron Munchausen stories, because so many people just didn't believe what he'd done. He had done them. Collieries. What was going on round about that time? Carron Ironworks, the whole Industrial Revolution. This guy owned collieries and he sold coal to the iron founders. His tomb here is made of iron from the Carron foundry. It's not a particularly nice looking thing, but pretty impressive in its day, and I believe it's due to be done up again. It actually belongs in Larbert Old Church Cemetery, just over there. It was moved at one point, we don't know why, and there's a notice just at the bottom of the thing here saying that our Provost, Billy Buchanan, is going to try and get it moved back in there. So, enough about the man himself. He died in 1794, he became very fat and he fell down the stairs, and that was the end of him. So he's buried here with his missus, but some guy, James Bruce of Kinnaird, and it's quite a smart tartan as well if you ever get the chance. The tune, what were we going to play? Well, it's got two connections. It's called The Children of Larbert. That's where we are, that's where we're from, and it was also, luckily enough, written by a drum major, Bruce. It's contained in the Gordon Highlanders Book 1, a 9/8 march, not too common, but it's nice enough.